Hello world. It's June 29th, 2026. Welcome to Cyber Briefing, your daily source for all things cybersecurity. We bring you the latest advisories, alerts, incidents, and news every weekday. The emerging Gentleman ransomware as a service group has rapidly climbed into the top 10 global ransomware actors by utilizing custom Go-based backdoors and obfuscated binaries to target large corporations and critical infrastructure via exploited VPNs and firewalls. In response to persistent nation-state threats, the U.S. State Department has issued a $10 million bounty for information on Russian hacking groups UNC 5792 and UNC 4221, which are actively targeting the messaging applications of government and military personnel. Meanwhile, Malaysia is considering the establishment of a national internet registry to manage its own IP addresses, a controversial move that challenges the regional governance model established by APNIC and could reshape national internet resource allocation. In infrastructure and corporate developments, Coinbase's Base blockchain successfully restored operations following a 2-hour network outage triggered by a consensus error and an invalid sequenced block. On the corporate side, telecom giants BT and Verizon have announced a massive merger of their international operations into a $3 billion joint venture, allowing BT to pivot toward its domestic UK market. The Gentleman RAS Group uses custom backdoors. The Gentleman Ransomware as a Service, or RAS Group, has been deploying custom-built backdoors and sophisticated attack tools since early 2026, ranking among the top 10 ransomware actors by victim count in the first half of the year. Kaspersky researchers discovered the group uses custom Go-based malware, including a backdoor deployed before ransomware attacks and an obfuscated ransomware binary that spreads via group policy and PSEC. The group targets large corporations and critical infrastructure worldwide, gaining initial access through exploited vulnerabilities in internet-facing devices like VPNs and firewalls, often using stolen credentials or collaborating with initial access brokers. Incidents and real-world impact. Coinbase Base blockchain suffers a 2-hour outage on Thursday after a consensus problem caused an invalid block to be sequenced, halting all new block production. The network began investigating the issue at 4:03 p.m. UTC and identified the root cause by 5:21 p.m. UTC before restoring normal operations. Base confirmed that blocks are now being produced normally and verified widespread recovery across the ecosystem. Executive risk and cybernomics. BT and Verizon merge international operations into a joint venture with approximately £3 billion annual revenue, serving over 3,000 customers across 180-plus countries. Verizon will pay BT $473 million to equalize ownership stakes, with both companies holding equal shares in the new entity expected to complete in 2027. The deal supports BT's strategy to focus on the UK domestic market, while both telecoms giants pursue aggressive cost-cutting programs that have already resulted in tens of thousands of job cuts globally. Policy, regulation, and legal signals. U.S. offers $10 million bounty for Russian state hackers. The U.S. State Department has announced a $10 million reward for information on 2 Russian state-sponsored hacking groups, UNC 5792 and UNC 4222, which have been conducting cyber attacks against U.S. government officials, military leaders, and allied personnel. These groups have been evolving their tactics to target messaging applications used by high-value targets. Security professionals should review access controls for messaging platforms and implement enhanced monitoring for suspicious authentication attempts targeting government and military personnel. Career enablement. Malaysia considers national internet registry. Malaysia's Communications and Multimedia Commission is consulting on creating a national internet registry to manage IP addresses and autonomous system numbers within its borders, despite opposition from the Asia-Pacific Network Information Center, or